Did you know that nearly 70% of retirees are now burdened with credit card debt? How did so many end up in this financial situation? And more importantly, how can you avoid falling into the same trap? Let's dive into why so many retirees are relying on credit cards just to make ends meet, and what you can do about it before it's too late. Stick around until the end where we'll answer a critical question. Is there a way to break free from this debt cycle? So, why are so many retirees struggling with credit card debt? Over the last few years, inflation has taken a toll on everyone's finances. But for retirees, it's especially devastating. Imagine retiring after decades of hard work, only to find that your fixed income isn't enough to cover basic expenses. That's what many retirees are facing right now. According to recent data from the Employee Benefit Research Institute, a staggering 70% of retirees are carrying credit card debt in 2025. That's a significant jump from just 42% in 2022 and 45% in 2020. This is not just a temporary problem, this trend is growing. And the reasons behind this surge are both alarming and eye-opening. Inflation is hitting all of us, but for those on a fixed income, the effects are even more pronounced. Even though inflation has decreased recently, the damage is done. For retirees, the pain of inflation remains because their income doesn't automatically increase to match the rising prices of everyday goods and services. For retirees with household incomes between $30,000 and $40,000, a shocking 80% are carrying credit card debt. And it doesn't stop there. Among those with less than $30,000 in household income, 70% are in the same situation. Even retirees with higher incomes aren't immune. More than half of those earning over $100,000 report outstanding credit card debt. So, why are retirees using credit cards so much? The answer is simple. Credit cards are the easiest option for handling unexpected costs. Retirees often don't have the luxury of waiting weeks for a home equity loan to go through. When something breaks, when medical costs rise, or when housing expenses increase, a credit card offers instant access to funds. And this quick fix is becoming a dangerous habit. Unfortunately, when these costs keep coming up and no immediate solution is available, credit cards start to pile up. This is a pattern that many retirees find themselves in. As inflation continues to keep prices high, credit card debt becomes a catch-22, unavoidable yet increasingly difficult to pay off. Another factor contributing to credit card debt is early retirement. Many retirees didn't have the luxury of deciding when to step away from the workforce. Health issues, layoffs, company downsizing, and other unforeseen circumstances have led 58% of retirees to retire earlier than expected. The problem with this is that when people retire early, they often don't have the savings they expected. And without that nest egg, they turn to credit cards as a quick way to fill the gap. However, this just adds to their financial struggles in the long term. In addition to credit card debt, fewer retirees are able to cover unexpected expenses through emergency savings. In 2024, only 59% of retirees reported having emergency savings, compared to 69% just 2 years ago. This is concerning because without an emergency fund, retirees are forced to rely on credit cards even more. As we continue to see, retirees with lower incomes are the most vulnerable. In fact, those with household incomes between $30,000 and $50,000 are particularly impacted. The rising costs of housing and medical expenses have led to unexpected bills that many retirees can't afford. And with the increased reliance on credit cards, this debt can quickly spiral out of control, making it harder for retirees to maintain their financial security. In 2024, 32% of retirees aged 62 to 75 reported that their spending exceeds what they can afford. That's up from 28% in 2022 and just 18% in 2020. This increase in spending beyond their means indicates that many retirees are feeling the strain of their financial situation. And the longer this goes on, the more difficult it will be for these retirees to retire with the security they deserve. Here's the million-dollar question. Is there a way for retirees to break free from the cycle of credit card debt? The first step is cutting back on unnecessary expenses. With rising housing and healthcare costs, it's important to make adjustments in other areas of your budget. Retirees should also consider consolidating high-interest credit card debt to lower-interest loans, which could reduce the financial burden. Another option is using home equity, but this comes with its own risks. Retirees should carefully weigh the pros and cons before taking this step. Some retirees may also benefit from working part-time or finding ways to generate additional income. However, the most important step is taking control of spending habits and avoiding using credit cards as a go-to solution for every financial problem. For many retirees, the situation is grim. On average, retirees report that their lifestyle in retirement is only slightly aligned with their pre-retirement expectations, with a satisfaction score of 5.7 out of 10. This is down from 6.4 in 2022 and 6.8 in 2020. As for general life satisfaction, retirees gave an average score of 6.9 out of 10, a decline from 7.4 in 2020. These figures show a clear trend. More retirees are struggling with their financial well-being. Their ability to enjoy retirement and maintain the lifestyle they envisioned is being severely impacted by credit card debt and other financial pressures. While the situation is tough, there is hope. By taking proactive steps to address credit card debt, reducing unnecessary spending, and exploring ways to supplement retirement income, retirees can regain financial stability. But the key is taking action now before the problem becomes insurmountable. If you're nearing retirement or already there and you're worried about credit card debt, now is the time to take control. What's your situation? Do you have credit card debt issues? If so, how are you solving this problem? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Meanwhile, like this video if you found the information useful, and don't forget to subscribe to The Smart Retiree for more tips on how to protect your financial future.